Hello and welcome back to the channel where once again it's time for some more monthly pickups. It's the very start of June as I record this. These things here I ordered towards the end of May, but they didn't come in time to fall into that video and they've arrived. Now I've got one thing from CEX here and two things from a place called Doorway to Dorkness. Now I've seen people say that's a great shop. I've seen videos on YouTube where people have gone to visit it, but they do have a website as well. The most appealing thing about the website is the fact that it's $3.99 postage regardless of how many items you order, which is a big plus point. It's something that CEX could do with incorporating in some way into their website. I've spoken about that before. We're going to start with the CEX Roulette. It is a very cheap Dreamcast game and it's actually going to let the cat out of the bag. It's a game with no manual and I don't usually order anything without a manual, but it's not very often in stock, and I thought, you know what, if it's good enough I'll keep it and I'll buy a copy with a manual somewhere down the line. There's not that much price difference, to be honest. I think it's £8 with a manual. Plus I wanted to cover it in one of my last two first impressions videos on the Dreamcast, which will have already gone live by the time this video does, if I can actually get into the box. They've stuck it down quite a lot. Maybe I'll be lucky and it will have a manual even though it was listed as without. Very unlikely. Of course, if it's manky, if the case is smashed, oh my word, I will probably just send it back, because even when they're cheap, I don't want knackered boxes, to be fair. And like we saw when I ordered the game from CEX last month, it came and it still was broken in places, and they've told me repeatedly that they won't take games if they've got broken cases and stuff, but clearly they do. It's wrapped up like this, which is okay, to be fair. It's better than coming in one of their flat envelopes. The game is Soul Fighter. I kind of thought of this as like a next generation Golden Axe when it came out. I have played it very, very briefly many years ago, but you know, no more than a few minutes. So, well, the case actually opens and the disc is in there. I can tell there definitely is no manual in this case. But actually, the condition of it, other than having no manual and having one of these security tags from an old game shop stuck on the back, is actually in relatively good condition. The front of the box is a bit scratched maybe, but you know what? It's only £6, so if it is good, I will upgrade it at some point. But I have heard it's not meant to be that good of a game. I do remember though it did have one, from what I remember anyway, maybe the one level I played, a really decent tune in it. Maybe it doesn't stand the test of time, I don't know. I'll have found out by the time you watch this video. Anyway, that's the first thing we've got. Second thing in here, again, I'll just let the cat out of the bag. I needed another Dreamcast light gun, basically, so I can play two-player. Official Sega light guns are £28 at CEX for the Dreamcast, and there was one in stock, but I didn't have any credit. I used my last bit of credit that I have to order that Soul Fighter. So I thought, let's just Google. What I did was Google, I think, Dreamcast light guns, and the Doorway to Dorkness came up because they had a Dreamcast light gun in stock for $13.99. Now it's not an official one. You know, this is stuck very well. Obviously, Doorway to Dorkness don't use their own packaging. They've just got a random box and just stuck loads of. That's a cardboard cut, and that hurt a lot. This looks like, actually, to be fair, it's a CEX box that they've just reused. Oh, that hurt. Right, let's have a look at this light gun. It's a Mad Catz light gun for the Dreamcast. It actually looks okay. I think this was the only one that came out for the Dreamcast in America. Oh, it's very similar to the Sega one in the sense the end of the trigger digs into your finger. You can tell it straight away. That was my only gripe with the actual official light gun, is the trigger. If you press on it like that on the end, it digs into your finger, and this one feels like it is going to be exactly the same, much like the official one. It's got a sort of like a D-pad, sort of like analog stick I do like the official Dreamcast light gun, I'm not going to lie, I think it's actually pretty decent. But for the price, this is literally half the price. And actually these ones on eBay are all over £20. So I think for $13.99, I can't complain in all fairness. It feels okay. Hopefully it works okay as well. The other thing we've got is a Dreamcast game. Oh my God, it's in a smashed box. This was the same price as ordering it from CEX as well, so it wasn't even any cheaper, and it didn't say in the description that it had a smashed box. That is a bit disappointing. It is Quake 3 on the Dreamcast, another game that I'm going to be covering in one of my last two first impressions videos. That again will have aired by the time you see this, but that smash is like almost like someone's trod on the box. I don't know if you can quite tell. It's here, all across there. Like it's like someone's put their foot in the corner and crushed it. So that is pretty crappy, to be fair. Does it open? Oh my God. No hinges on the box. Absolute crap. The disc is okay though. I have got a couple of spare Dreamcast boxes, but they're not the best. Again, they're probably better than that, to be fair. This is crap. If it came like this from CEX, I'd send it back, to be honest. The manual is in pretty good condition, and it's actually got the promotional leaflet that came with it too. But all in all, that condition is really crap. They should have put on their website smash box or something, because other listings I've seen on their website say like missing back inlay, missing front cover, stuff like that. So to have that on there like that and send it out like that, and it's the same price as CEX, is, to be fair. I don't think they should have done that. I think they should have put on there, and that should have been like £6 or £7 rather than 10, the same price as CEX. Anyway, they are my first few pickups for the month. So before I move on to my next batch of pickups, I do just want to talk about that Quake 3 and that light gun a little bit more, because after I'd recorded the video, I actually inspected the light gun a bit more, and in all fairness, it was really grimy and really grubby. The memory card socket was just covered in, I don't even know what it was, to be honest, just dirt. And I was cleaning it with WD-40 and cotton buds to try and get it all out. In all of the sort of like joinings where the plastic joins together, it was just covered in grime, really, really mucky. Personally, if I ran my own store, I wouldn't sell something like that, just like the Quake 3. I wouldn't sell that either, or it would be vastly reduced. With an independent store like that, there's no reason why on their website they can't put smashed case and have it at a slightly lower price than what the average price is. I tried to get in touch with Dorkness, but they just completely ignored all of my contact. I'm assuming they knew they'd sent me crap and didn't want to have to deal with it. So I won't be going back to Dorkness in any way, shape or form ever. Now on to today's pickups here. It's actually a massive gap. Those other pickups I had were right at the start of the month, and now we're right at the end of the month. 29th of June it is, as of recording these ones. So what have I got? I have got Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne from the game collection. This was $9.99, not even opened it yet. Another PlayStation 4 RPG that I wanted to add to my collection. I think it's slightly more expensive second-hand at CEX than it is new on the game collection. So just like some of the other games I picked up before, Secret of Mana, Tales of Symphonia as well, I thought, you know what, that'll be worth it. Should be a good game. I played Persona 5. I think that's tied in with these quite a lot, and that is a really good game. It's just very, very long. I got about halfway through it, kind of lost interest, but I don't think this will be as long as that. This is a PS2 game, I think, originally, and this is the HD remaster, so that should be a pretty good game. We'll do that one at the end. I've actually got 3 games from Gloucester CEX, because I went to Gloucester CEX a couple of days ago to pick up 3 other games, and when I got there, those 3 games, 2 of them were platinum ones and they didn't look very nice, and the third one was just completely smashed. The bottom half of the case was obliterated, and it was just like, it's annoying when you make a trip somewhere and then the stock is just not good. It's just like really rubbish, and I just wasn't going to buy them. But I did pick up 3 other games instead. We'll start with the one that I had no interest in buying. Well, no particular interest in like looking it up to buy. It was just there, and I thought, you know what, let's see what it's like, and that's NBA 2K13 on the Wii U. Basically because there's barely any sports games at all on the Wii U. I really like the Wii U. I bought FIFA a few months ago, and I thought, you know what, I might just buy the one NBA game and see what it's like on there. Give it a go. It's only £2, so even if it is rubbish, it's not the end of the world. Next one, a game that I've had in my basket for months, and it is never in stock in any of the CEXs closest to me, and it's actually only £1, and they just had a copy in stock in Gloucester, and it is Tournament of Legends. I think it's Tournament of Legends. Yeah, Tournament of Legends, £1. The only reason I wanted it was because I saw it was a Sega game. I thought the front cover, always thought the front cover looked really good. I don't know how good it is though. Now I saw OG Duffy pick this up about a month ago or so in one of his videos. So, you know, just sharing the same take. Probably the front cover, I imagine, was something that he thought quite appealing about this game too. Looks pretty good. Again, don't know how good of a game it is, but it is a Sega game, so I'm assuming it might be relatively decent. And the last pickup from CEX was MX versus ATV Unleashed. I've never seen this before, ever, and after playing Colin McRae Dirt 2 on the Wii and thinking, actually, that was a pretty decent experience for a really cheap racing game on the Wii. I played that game solid for about 3 days to complete it. I thought, well, let's see if this gives me the same kind of experience, maybe 2 or 3 days of relatively enjoyable, simplistic arcade-style racing. Who knows? I've never read a review for it at all, so I have no idea if it's any good. I've also got no idea if it's a Wii exclusive or if it came out on PS3 or Xbox 360 or whatever. No idea, but, you know, I'll give it a bash. I've not even turned it on yet, so can't say how good it is. Now, usually I would leave this game till the very last one that I mentioned in the month, but I'm actually expecting something in the post tomorrow, so I'm feeling like there might be a little bit added onto this video afterwards in terms of another pickup, and then speaking about the 3,000 subscriber competition as well. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the newest game added to the giveaway pile. It's another Switch game. It's a fighting game. It's a game I've got no idea if it's any good or not, and it is Alice Gear Aegis. Again, another game I picked up from the game collection, just to add to those other games that are behind me in my giveaway pile that's slowly getting bigger and bigger. At the time of recording this, I think only 4 people had entered the 3,000 subscriber competition. So I'm hoping by the time I actually draw the winner, that there will have been, hopefully, if there is a winner, I should say, there will have been a few more people enter. Anyway, this is, I think it's a 2D style beat 'em up. It's actually hard to see because of the light. Gear up, strap in, take down the competition is what it says on the back. Again, it's got an interesting front cover. That was pretty much the reason why I picked it, so it might not even be a very good game. But anyway, that is another game added to the giveaway pile, I should say. Like I've said before, the monthly giveaways will start as soon as we hit 10 channel members. Monthly draws will be made every single month, and then they'll be done in my pickup videos, and somebody who's a channel member will win a game of their choice at my pickup, at my giveaway pile, I should say. So that is it for this part of the video. I'm stumbling my words. I think it's because I've been at work all day. I'm actually a bit annoyed as well because it was not a good day at work. Anyway, hopefully there'll be another part to add on to the video with a couple more pickups after this bit. So moving on to the final pickups for the month. It was actually quite a strange month really, because I had a few at the start, nothing for the main chunk, and then a few games right at the end of the month. And the first one here is Gran Turismo 4 Prologue. I got this on Vinted for £4, I think it was, plus the fee and postage, so £6 something altogether. I've never played this, and I've actually been on a bit of a Gran Turismo purge recently. I played through all of the first one, I've played through all of the second one nearly as well. I've done a review for the first one, that'll be coming out in the near future, and I'll be moving on to the PS2 ones, then the PS3 ones, and eventually I will buy Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7. I don't actually own either of those. This is in relatively good condition. It's got both the DVD and the disc, so yeah, this will be interesting to play through. Gran Turismo 4 is a game I've barely played, in all fairness, so I'll play through the prologue before I go on to the main game. So that's the first one. Next one, you'll probably notice a trend here. It came in, I got 2 games from World of Books actually. I did order 3 because I ordered Headhunter on the PS2 as well, because I felt like seeing what it compared like with the Dreamcast version. But they let me place the order, and then I had an email this morning saying actually it was too damaged to send out, so they refunded me for part of the delivery. The good thing is, for part of the order I should say, but because I ordered 3 games, these 2 games actually had the 30% off still, so I still got that, so that's actually okay. The first one is Agent Under Fire. I've actually wanted this for a reasonable length of time because I saw a video recently of someone going through all the James Bond games ever released, and they said Agent Under Fire It's actually a pretty decent game. It's actually only £2 in CEX, but I've not seen it in any local ones to me. And when I saw it in a local one recently, it was a platinum version and it didn't look very nice. This one came off World of Books, was listed as very good condition, and is actually in very good condition. This was £2, I want to say £2.20 or £2.30 something after the promo code with free delivery. So that is absolutely fine, very cheap, and it's supposed to be quite good. The other one I got from World of Books was Gran Turismo 2002 Tokyo Geneva. Again, I've never played this either, so this was interesting. This will be interesting, is what I should say. I did see it in an independent store recently, but it was slightly overpriced in there, and I'm one of these people that doesn't like paying more than what a game is worth. You know, it's only £3.50 at CEX. This was £4.20, sorry, for this from World of Books delivered, so it was still cheaper, and it's actually in very good condition, like it says. It's actually got over 100 cars on, and I just actually thought this was kind of like, I genuinely thought this was the prologue version of Gran Turismo 3, but this came out after Gran Turismo 3, so I think, judging from the back, it's like an arcade style game with over 100 games on. Now I have read as well, if you fully complete this game, then use your save data for Gran Turismo 3, you start that game with all the licenses and 10 million credits. I've no idea if that's true, but I'm going to actually try that out. So once I play Gran Turismo 2, I'm actually going to move on to Gran Turismo 2002 Tokyo Geneva before I play Gran Turismo 3. And I'm going to review every single one in the series. So I'll be moving on to this next. I'm actually quite looking forward to play it. I've not even tried it yet. So that'll be interesting. And the final one is a game I got off Amazon that I actually thought was brand new when I bought it, but I must not have looked at it right or something. It was only £6.39, and that had free delivery. And because it had free delivery, I thought, oh, that's a prime item and it's new. It's not. It's actually second-hand. But to be fair, it's not actually in bad condition. It's Gran Turismo 5 Collector's Edition. The only thing that's a bit of a downer is the corners are a bit where it looks like it's been like dropped and stuff in the box, but it does come with everything it's supposed to. We got these Gran Turismo postcards. I don't buy many collector's editions or anything these days, and it used to be something that I did quite regularly, so that's quite nice. It comes with a massive thick book showing you it's basically an explanation for everything you can do in the game, like wheel alignment, tires, types of brakes. It's actually like pretty, I did not realize it came with this massive comprehensive book showing you, it's really, really in depth and detailed. So that's cool. And you get Gran Turismo 5 as well. So for £6.39, I actually think that's pretty nice, to be fair. I don't mind buying collector's editions and stuff, especially if they're ones that are like this kind of shape that can just fit on the shelf with all your other games. They're actually pretty good to get. So that is the final pickup of the month. So let's get on to the competition. So moving on to the competition, obviously a couple of weeks ago I said do a competition hitting 3,000 subscribers, and if there was a winner, they could pick a game from my giveaway pile that I've got. I actually left the competition open for 2 weeks rather than one, hoping that there would be more people who watched the video and entered. Now, let's not beat around the bush. Basically, nobody watched the video. I didn't post it originally in all the groups that I do on Facebook, but I thought, you know what, I will, just in case people have missed it. Made no difference. Basically, nobody watched the video, and I had a grand total of 4 people place a guess on what game it was. So let's play those 3 musical samples again for you. Now I'm guessing quite a lot of the subscribers of the channel would have known this game if they'd have watched the video and entered, because of course it was a Sega Saturn game and it was Victory boxing / centering boxing as it's known elsewhere. Yes, those 3 tunes are in this game. Unfortunately, you 4 folks who entered, it's not Headhunter, it's not Sega Rally. What were the other ones? I've got them up on the screen. Rock and Roll Racing. We had guest from Pablo Plays. I'm afraid that's not right. NJJ1, you guessed Last Gladiator, Digital Pinball. No, I'm afraid not. Who were the other guesses from? Let's have a quick look. Yes, it was DJM9937 who went for Sega Rally. So, and McGeorge of the Jungle went for Fantasy Star. They're not the kind of tunes you're going to hear in Fantasy Star. So basically, nobody even got the question right. So I can't even do the spinner on the screen to determine a winner. So what I've decided is that when we hit 4,000 subscribers, I will have a double giveaway and I will have 2 games up for grabs then. I don't really know what else to say. I actually thought more people would enter. It was actually less than 1% of the channel's subscribers watched the video and entered. But hey ho, there's not a lot I can do about it. I tried my best. I gave out multiple clues videos. And if no one's interested, no one's interested. Obviously, the long-term thing that was my idea anyway was if we get more subs and, you know, get a little bit more ad revenue or more channel members, then I can potentially give new release titles away as giveaway games. That's the long-term objective anyway. You know, doing the videos isn't really about making money for myself. I just like to give things back to people. But hey ho, that is it. That was all my giveaways, all my pickups done for this month as well. I can't even remember what they all were now. I added another game to the giveaway pile as well. So let me know your thoughts down below on perhaps what game you think was the pick of the bunch. From all my games this month, my favorite undoubtedly was the Gran Turismo 5 Collector's Edition. I actually think that's pretty nice for the price. So let me know your thoughts down below. I'm getting my words all jumbled up now. And like always, I'll be back in the near future with another video. Goodbye for now.